Amba must go. That is what we are hearing from the people, the population of Oko in the northwest region of Cameroon. They came out these days in their numbers, shouting, Ambaboys must go. And hearing from their voices, some were saying they have killed their parents, they killed their mother, they killed their fathers, they beat their parents in public, they killed their sister, they burned property, they destroyed things. This shows how frustrated these people are. And then I quite remember when all these things started in 2016, how all Southern Cameroonians stood up, believing that it was a genuine struggle. They never knew it is a strategy to triple their suffering. They were marginalized. They were being maltreated as second-class citizens. They were being frustrated by the Cameroon government. Everything was centralized in Yaoundé, and they were not comfortable with. There was no drinkable water. There was no electricity, no road. Many things. Children, no job for the children, no employment. And they were managing with all this. They accepted their faith and went into agriculture, went into other trade to manage their life in Cameroon. And in 2016, this struggle started. In 2017, it escalated. And many of them joined this struggle, believing that they will be free from marginalization, believing that they will be free from suffering, believing that they will be free from everything, and they will be living as citizens and not just existing. But 2017 came past. 2018 came, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. The population of Oko stand up and said they will not take it any longer. Because the suffering has tripled. Their homes have been deserted. Their relatives killed. People kidnapped. Any little thing you have with you is just a matter of rumors. That you have 100,000 with you and you'll be taken away and demand to pay. It's just a rumor for them that you have somebody who is rich or somebody out of the country and you will be taken away and demand for ransom. People have been killed. People are suffering every day. People have gone bankrupt. People can no longer eat. They are running every day. Gunshot is just the normal noise. They no longer hear the sweet voice of birds in the air crying in the morning. But what get them up from bed is bullets, guns, fighting, a killing, crying of innocent people. And the population of Oko came out in their numbers, shouting, Amba must go. They are tired of the atrocities of the Ambazonia. People who stood up that they will fight for them turned to fight against them. And that is where the anger came up. That they got the courage to stand up and you are hearing them shouting, where are they? This is what the Ambazonia fighters usually say. Where then they? Now the women are the ones saying, where are the Ambazonia fighters? And none of them is where to be found. This shows how disappointed these people have against the Ambazonia, have been disappointed by the Ambazonia. That is just a matter of issue that many people turn to a settled score through this struggle. You just sit in your comfort and because you have sponsored the struggle with something, you have the right to give an order for your enemy to be killed, a Southern Cameroonians. For somebody you say you are fighting for, you turn to be settled in score. You sit in your own comfort. You don't have money to buy a house. You don't have money to pay your rent. Abroad, you ask for people to be kidnapped so that they will raise money and give to you. Oko, the population say, enough is enough. And I believe many will take this, not just against Ambazonia, but even against the military of the Cameroon government. I believe all Cameroonians will take this and say enough is enough. If the military, if the Ambazonia will not drop their weapons, the population will stand against them. The suffering is too much. People can no longer go to their farm. People can no longer do things normally. People don't know whether they should be finding food or struggling not to get killed by their own brothers or sisters. Thousands of Southern Cameroonians, people who were living and managing themselves under that poverty, under that marginalization, are now parading the streets of different cities, begging for food, are now in other countries as refugees, maltreated and being tortured. Thousands have been raped and killed. Why? Because of what? Because of liberation. Because you promised them that you are going to fight for their freedom. Instead, you turned to fight against them. And they came out in their number to say enough is enough. So what is the lesson we have to take from this? The first lesson we have to take is for those, the Ambazonia fighter, the Ambazonia leaders, to evaluate the life of Southern Cameroonians before this struggle in 2016, and now to compare the two and see who are the marginalized, who are those marginalizing them, and stop whatsoever you are doing against the people of Southern Cameroon. They prefer to be as they were. I keep on saying, if you are saying today that if they go in for any constitutional conference, you are saying it, that Ambazonia will stand for separation, or Southern Cameroon will stand for separation. The only thing they are respecting whatsoever orders you are giving is because they are afraid of your bullet. And when you keep on pushing people, then when they reach a certain point, they have to turn back. And I believe it is time that Southern Cameroonians have to turn back against those pushing them. They can no longer take it. There is no kind of killing that they have never seen, so they are not afraid of any killing again. That a time, this is just a beginning. That a time is coming when you remove bullet and show to Southern Cameroon, say kill. You kill one, two will come, and we will see how you kill everybody. So it is a sign to show to us, a lesson we also have to learn, that militarily we cannot solve any problem. All this killing going on, equipping people with guns, with war weapons for freedom, is not a way out of freedom. You cannot free yourself through all that. You cannot. Every battle ends on the table. And if you guys are out there in Europe, in abroad, in America, in China, believing that you are going to have a nation, you have to do that on the table. South Sudan should be acting as an example. They fought for many years, but they went to the table before they got their independence. Old battle. Cameroon, Nigeria, over Bakassi, they fought for many years. Many people were killed, but they came on the table and settled problems. Everything is on the table. And these people coming up, taking this kind of courage to be shouting in such dangerous territory, Ambazonia must go. It means there is something terrible, they can no longer take it. And that is how all Southern Cameroonians are. And if you are a Southern Cameroonian, is supporting the killing, the maltreatment, the lockdown that is going on in Southern Cameroon, you have to rethink, as the consequences will return back to you, that you can not longer carry it. That even if this thing comes to an end, you will not be opportune to come to Southern Cameroon again, your homeland. You have to rethink. Hear the cries of the population. They say no more Ambazonia again. And that should be the lesson we have to take. And other people, I know it is out of fear, because you still have strong generals, strong people being equipped, that if you say it, you will be killed. But don't believe that you are so strong as an Ambazonia general. A day is coming where you will be no more. A day will come where you will not stand your population. You cannot fight your people. And to the Cameroon government, I believe you will take this as a celebration that the people are standing. It should not be the population also will stand against the government of Cameroon, because they are behind all what is happening in Cameroon. If there was no marginalization, there wouldn't have been any Anglophone crisis. If there was no. If you have not signed that military, we cannot count the number of people military of the Cameroon government have killed. The population will not spare you. It will stand against you. Look at what happens in Boya. Look at what happens in Bamenda. Killing of innocent people. The population came out, and they will keep on coming and coming until you, the government of Cameroon, withdraw all these notorious criminals you have sent in southern Cameroon in the name of soldiers who are killing our own people. A day will come that we will stand against you, and there will be no military, notorious military, criminals around us.